What it do? Welcome to another new episode of Tech File. We ain't gonna hold y'all up, so let's hit that theme music and get right on into it. Welcome to episode 342 of Technical File, the sports podcast you never knew you needed.
And it's your boy TIMKINZ, the number 3, aka Ass Ketchum, aka Mr. Give It To Me.
Oh shit!
What up, though?
What up, though? Where
What
it
up,
go?
though?
I'm gone. I don't know where he went, boy.
Well, Lee Eric J will probably be back. I'm
Mhm.
Camille, point guard of the crew, the real life Tifa Lockhart, the girl next door, holding it down for all the women who love sports.
And it's Boy K Harris, the gentleman,
The gentleman,
the everyday gentleman.
24/7.
But yeah, better known as me. No Diddy, future back.
Sensational. Welcome back, Eric J.
I'm the Eric J.
Only known as.
The Eric J.
All right, y'all.
Gucci flip flops.
If y'all not watching the audio version or the video
Not
version,
watching the audio.
typo. Sometimes you make mistakes, milkman.
Oh shit!
Look, does the body good? You know what I'm saying?
Kurt Ambulance.
Not half this episode be no rib session now. All right?
Oh, we got jokes.
But no, y'all.
I mean, the whole pre-show was ribbon session,
was.
so yeah.
It was.
We was just talking.
Yeah,
Different people about salads and eye sicknesses and milk and
Aye, Captain. Listen, y'all, for the show this week, we are going to hit y'all with NBA playoff recap, of course, because the conference semifinals are going on. We're going to talk a little bit of wrestling and then some quick hits to get up out of here. So before we get into the actual topics, though, some housekeeping. If you have not already, please subscribe on our YouTube page, Technical File Podcast. Don't forget it's spelled TECKNICAL. Don't forget what was it? Don't
forget the K on that motherfucker. That's right.
There you go. There you go.
That's right. Don't forget that. So head to the YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like up all the videos that you see. Hit the notification bell so you get notified when we go live, so you can be part of the show. I see we got a comment now up in there. So come be part of the show every Tuesday around 7 p.m.-ish.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be live. What up, Mark? And
Mark. What up, bro?
Mark, what's going on?
So, rate us 5 stars or better if you have not done that already on audio platforms. And
5.
I think that's that on that. All right.
I like
that. So let's get into the NBA topics. Hold on there now.
I had it queued up and everything. There we go. Freestyle too.
No.
Saved by the whistle. All right. So to recap here, we have 4 series going on in the conference semifinals. We got the Wolves and the Nuggets. We got the Pacers and the Knicks. We got the Mavericks and the Thunder. We got the Cavs and the Celtics. Ken, who you want to talk about first?
Let's talk about the Mavs and the Thunder.
Okay. That series is currently tied 2-2. This was the only series that here on Tech 5, when we were making our, predictions on who was going to win what, we were actually split. Every other series in this conference semifinals, we are all on the same page, but not when it comes to this particular series.
Mm-hmm.
Tim and Ken got the Mavericks. Myself and Eric have the Thunder. 2-2 right now.
Mm-hmm.
How are you feeling about, since this one you want to talk about, how are you feeling about this series? What stood out to you so far?
The thing that stood out the most, Mavs have been my second team, so I've been watching them all season and everything like that. Luka getting hurt and Luka not being 100% is really hurting them right now. But the good thing about their role players have actually been stepping up. Kyrie, I think, was it the last game? He only scored like 9 points, but he was so active getting everyone else involved. So I feel like I said the Mavs in 6 originally. I want to say Mavs in 7. I think it's going to take 7 to for them to beat the Thunder
I
for
can
sure.
see that, yeah, for sure.
Because the Thunder ain't, the Thunder. The only thing the Thunder don't have is just experience. Like everything else, like they're matching up like pretty well and pretty perfect.
And that Game 4 win was big for him.
Mm-hmm.
Just even in that series back out, because I was like, that could be a turning point going down 3-1. Young team, but they bounced back. Josh Giddey has been unplayable in the series.
He a liability at this point. Like his minus is horrible. He's not even playing that many minutes, and he has like a minus 23. Like when he's in the game, it's like he playing like only I think like 12, like maybe 11 or 12 minutes a game. He's like minus 23.
That man can't get above 18 to save his life.
Yeah. Hey.
Whoa!
Oh Jesus Christ! I just caught that one. I like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kicking with his boy.
So do we.
Yeah. I'm actually. The Mavs should have had the game last night. They missed so many damn free throws, but they really should have probably put that away. And to lose off of free throws kind of was the. But it's been an entertaining series. I thought that the Mavs would be able to turn it around with a couple coaching adjustments by Kid. Like I said, if they didn't knock down maybe 3 more free throws early on or whatever the case may be. I think they missed like 12 free throws yesterday or something like that. It was it was a crazy free throw night for them. But had they just knocked them down, honestly, they'd be up 3-1. Mm-hmm. I've been following a bettor who has $100 bet to turn into 1.7 mil. He bet that the Kansas City Chiefs would win the Super Bowl, the Rangers would win the World Series, and the Thunder would win the NBA championship. Mm-hmm. Going into game 1, he was at like 70,000. After they won game 1, going into game 2, he was at $100,000 for the cash out. They done lost 2. Of course, now it's 2-2. So I think the last game was like 80,000. So that's been kind of like my side.
Off $100.
Yeah, off $100.
He's out of cash out.
It's like,
give me.
Do you cash out after this series though? Like that's it's a question now. You can answer it later, but like, say Thunder do win this series, do you cash out after this series, knowing that it's at least $100K? Because it'll probably be up to 500 by then.
Listen, I'm not trying to be greedy. I put $100 on this.
I'm cashing out.
If I can get 100 racks back.
Exactly. What? That's a huge come up.
That's 100 times your bet.
Exactly.
But what if they go on to win?
Right. That's the bettor's gamble.
It's a win for me.
What you mean?
But, yeah.
At least I know this 100.
You told me when that final buzzer go off, you ain't gonna be like, damn, I could have had.
I could have had 1.7.
I have a couple of hundreds to wipe my little tear, like,
You won 100, but you lost 900.
Hey.
It's
still was that 99?
Exactly. I like my odds with just cashing out.
I'm cool.
$100.
Yeah, so he's been,
because the other flat side is that they lose.
Yeah,
you get nothing.
But I'm out here being greedy for what?
I'm telling you.
Yeah, cash out.
So that's been my kind of like other incentive to keep an eye on this series as well. So I'm just kind of curious, and they check in with him after each game.
Somebody else pockets.
Hey, it's to me it's interesting, but PJ Washington has been huge for him in the recent games. Like you said, Kyrie ain't really dropped nothing last game, but PJ Washington 2 games in a row and put up at least 25 plus. Yeah. He been knocking threes down like crazy. Mm-hmm. I thought Gafford would be a bigger, like he still is a big impact, but he's not as big as I thought that he would be. It happened to be PJ Washington. Mm-hmm. So regardless, like if they can finally get all 4 of them at least on the same page, and Tim Hardaway's been okay. Mm-hmm.
So far.
Right. So it's really been like, even though Luka's been hurt, Luka's still been managing to put up near triple double to close to at least double doubles for the series and still keep them in the game as well.
one thing with Luka, like they have been beating Luka's ass.
Yeah.
Like it's low key is unfair. Like this man, he had one foul where he fell on his face on his mouth. Then like literally the same in like a few minutes later, it was another foul. He ended up hitting the back of his head. So it's like, no, like he literally getting his ass beat this series.
Lou Dort got that man. Like he is playing some physical defense.
Yeah.
He is public enemy #1.
He's getting
in
bullied
Dallas. But listen, that's one thing when we talk about the Wolves Nugget series that I saw with the differentiation and how the game was officiated. But like, if you gonna let them play, like defenders are gonna play. They gonna play right up until whatever line you say they can't cross, and they still gonna try to tap their little foot over it a couple times and say, "You really gonna call this?"
Yeah, I respect it.
You didn't call it before. Let me go ahead and try this again.
Yeah, I respect it.
That's what you got to do. Eric, you got any thoughts on this series?
Dallas has really impressed me. I still have Thunder, so that's Thunder in 6. But they've been impressive. Like to your point about Giddey, like I don't understand why he's still getting any minutes. To be quite honest, like you got Isaiah Joe, which I mean he's undersized, but at least he gives you shooting. You have Aaron Wiggins, like you have Cason Wallace, who's been really good, especially defensively. Like you have a bunch of options. I don't know why you keep running back to Giddey. But something that somebody brought up to me is that, you know, we talk all the time about like young players getting playoff reps and having to go through the process, but we don't ever talk about it for young coaches. And this is Mark Dagnall's first time through the playoffs. So he has to get those high pressure reps and like, you know, when to ride a guy, when to, you know, cut bait, like all those things that go into coaching at these high leverage situations. So I'm not gonna say I'll give grace for it, but like it at least explains why it may not just be like he's pushing necessarily all the right buttons, but like Shai's a killer. Like Shai is just very efficient. Shai knows where he's trying to get to. He gets there, he rises up and he shoots it. Like I haven't seen a playoff shooter this unbothered since like KD in 2020. Like it's just, it doesn't matter who you put in front of him. It's just like, like there's always those stories about like Larry Bird where he tells like the opponent exactly what he's about to do and then cashes it. Like that's what it feels like for Shai at this point. It's just like, you know,
I feel like he say excuse me every time he about to score.
Excuse me. Like Canadian.
Right. One thing I'll say about that too, that Dallas, I'm like, y'all ain't caught up to this yet. All the pump fakes, like especially with SGA, like that man gonna pump fake almost every time, almost before he shoot the ball. It's gonna be a pump fake, and here come Dallas defenders flying, looking like Pat Connaughton. Like y'all need to stay on your feet, understand what he's trying to do.
One time you don't, he gonna cash that motherfucker. Now I'm jumping all over the game.
The thing with Dallas, which is what I liked about them in this matchup, was that they have so much length. Like they don't have to necessarily jump to bother his, like to get a contest on it. Like you can play disciplined defense, just get into his body and be there. Like you ain't gotta jump for all the pump fakes. Like stay disciplined.
That's where his height comes into play.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why Dallas
like he a lanky motherfucker. so long ass floater.
Exactly. Dallas got some lanky defenders. That's what I'm saying. Unless it's Kyrie on them. Otherwise, like just about everybody else, stay down. Just stay down. But it's been a fun series with this one. By the time we get back to the studio, I believe this series will have wrapped. I think all the conference semifinals will have wrapped by next week, Tuesday. So 2 Thunder, 2 Maverick. We will see how this plays out.
Too fast, too furious.
Speaking of, did y'all see Tyrese getting served papers on stage while he was
my man's booking?
He was singing "How You Gonna Act Like That," and he got served on stage and ran off.
You got it, my boy.
Just some kind
Ejectocito, cuz.
That's wild.
The fact that he was singing "How You Gonna Act Like That" at the same, like when you getting served, like how you gonna leave me?
He started singing hard as hell after.
Do we know he's getting served for? Was it child support?
No idea. He saw them coming and took off.
I thought I seen child
support. What do you want from me?
More money. Come here real quick.
Give it to me.
I'll at you.
Tim, what series do you want to discuss next?
We can go to Minnesota, Denver.
It's tied 2-2 right now. The road team has won every single game in this particular series. We put the obituary out for the Nuggets last week. Like, hey, it's done though. They came back and said, "No, we champs. Give us a second. We adjusted."
You know what they say? The playoff series doesn't start until the home team wins again.
Well, with that being said, do y'all think the home team gonna win Game 5 when they go back to Denver?
I don't fucking know, bro. Like, this series has been good, but it's so wild. Like they get 2 blowouts in a row and they turn around and get blown out. Like it's just what's going on, my boy? Like this shit is kind of crazy. Like yes, there's adjustments. Yes, there's fatigue. Yes, there is familiarity starting to develop. But it's like one of those. I think one of the biggest differences is the way that they've been able to get Jamal Murray open and his confidence going against them.
I do not like him.
Yeah, but once that motherfucker feel like he got it, it's a wrap, bro. Like he turned into a fucking flamethrower, dog. Like, and that's kind of how games 2 and 3 was for him. Like, I mean, not 2 and 3, 3 and 4 is like he finally found a little bit of space, and the next thing you know, he started cooking. Well, like Jokic still ain't put up crazy numbers, but he put up some good numbers.
In Game 4, didn't he?
He like 35 and like 11 or something 30,
like that. That's exceptional in the playoffs.
See, that tell you like somebody say Jokic.
Like, but for Jokic, like I said, for Jokic though, it's like that's normal, bro. Like 29 to 35, or like 12 assists, 13 boards. Like
regular. I think he averaged like 27 in the regular season. So for him to go for 35 in the playoff game, like that's a great game. But in this series, you mentioned Jamal Murray. He hasn't been having a good playoffs. I said that last week, and the Laker fan here can attest to that. He didn't have a great series against the Lakers.
But when it mattered, he showed up.
Game winning.
Yeah, that's the only thing. Like fuck him. I really don't like that guy.
Game 2, they was able to be super physical with him, and I was like, they're gonna be calling the games this way with them being able to throw Naw at him and McDaniels and just all this length. Like it's like, what you gonna do? Yeah. And then Game 3, I was like, this whistle's different. And Minnesota was not adjusting quickly to that. And I was like, y'all got to figure it out. Figure it out. And they could not. And Jamal got comfortable, like you said, and he started cooking. In Game 4, the sequence, first of all, Minnesota, the crowd, shout out to y'all. Game 3, y'all didn't have much to cheer about. Y'all, it was just a punch in the face. And then that was that. Anthony Edwards came after Game 3, said, I'm going to be better. Don't worry about that. That's on me. I won't do that again. Game 4, he had him a game, and the Minnesota crowd was in it.
Yeah.
Minnesota wasn't even up most of the game, and that crowd was trying to will them back in it. Every time they get that lead to like 10, 9, 8, the crowd is going crazy. Like, we believe. And then here come Denver responding again. Pretty much over and over and over again.
But we just
go ahead.
Like Ant didn't have any help in Game 4. Like, and I try to give Cat, the benefit of the doubt because he is one of the most skilled. He is like one of the most talented bigs you ever see. But that man do not show up. Like it's like he can't beat the allegations. He's just not. He's not built for those moments. Like I do not understand it. Like you have every advantage on a basketball court and you just refuse to use, like, even beyond like the statistical stuff, if you just like watch the way he moves around the court, it's just soft. It's not at all assertive. It's just floating around and just, like I don't like the dog in him is like a very overused cliche, but like there's nothing else to really describe it. Like it's just he doesn't have like
it.
Yeah.
And the thing, like, speaking of Cat,
that's fair, Slide. Like it was Mother's Day.
Okay.
I hear you
on
that.
I hear you. But this has happened all year. Like we ain't just gonna talk about this happening now. But the thing with him is that he's in a great ideal situation for him because he has Gobert, so you don't have to bang because you don't want to be a banger. Forward. You don't want to really. Yeah, you're in the perfect position for you to excel with the skills that you have, and like but you're still not doing it. Like how many years have we all been like, well, when is Cat gonna show up? When is Cat gonna show up? You show us glimpses all the time. We saw glimpses last year in the playoffs. We see glimpses all the time, but he's like the most inconsistent like guy. And it's weird. And he's like that. It seems like he's like that off the court too. Not to be like an asshole or nothing, but like when he be using the different voices or he be having like I don't know. Like I ain't gonna say I don't like the guy, but it's just something about him. It sounds
like you don't like.
There's something about him that I just
don't
rubs
like.
Me. Yeah, just don't like.
You hate the way he walk. You hate the way.
Yeah. But And then another thing about Gobert is like Gobert went from being defensive player of the year to being a defensive liability within the past 2 games.
Hold on a second now.
I
I wouldn't say that. Let me rewind though, because the cat point in the first 2 games, the 2 games that Minnesota won, he had at least 20 points in each of those games. Now, a problem again that you see with Cat that we talked about, like he was doing stupid stuff like the fouling.
Yeah,
he did that in
he
game
do that.
4.
He fouls.
Like,
he get 3 fouls in the first quarter.
Like he was picking up Joker at half court and then got like a blocking. Like, what are you doing?
For
like,
what, fam?
For why?
For what?
Why? Like, be smart. Be smart. And that's the part of it where it's like, if you can't even like stop fouling in the stupid, like you can't be 5 of 18 from the, like you have to score.
Yeah. Game
4, Minnesota wins. The Cat is better. It's really that simple in that particular one. Now, Gobert has been used primarily not as Joker's primary defender, so he can kind of help off, which makes the most sense. But Joker's been doing some things. I forget what I was watching when they pointed it out, but they were like, every so often, Joker starts posting up from the 3-point line.
Yeah,
like
we saw that against us.
Like he'll start backing down to the free throw.
We saw that numerous of times.
Clear the side out
and get a bucket.
And here I come.
Like, what is this, man?
That's crazy. When they pointed that out, I was like, this is crazy.
He did that a lot of times against us.
I've seen that throughout the season a lot too. Like they'll just feed him the ball at the key, and then he'll start there. He'll look back.
Stop it, fam.
Watch out, bro.
3-point. I'm like, he's backing Gobert and Cat down from out here, and then he gets all this space, and then
you can't stop it.
Like
he just turn around, hood bucket.
And then
it's like,
it's like you said, like it's from the 3-point line, so it's like they clear the side. He like back you down on the right shoulder, back you down the left, and then like every bump is like another 2 or 3 feet, and then like under the basket. Then the weak side defender comes to help. Then Aaron Gordon's ass is in the dunker spot. It's either a dump off, a lob, or he shoots it. Like or like he sprays it out to one of their shoes. Like it's unfair. Honestly.
Shout out to Aaron Gordon, by the way. He was 10 of 11.
Yeah, he was balling.
Game 4.
Yeah, like 27.
And it wasn't like they was all dunks and drop offs. Like he had a bunch of those, but he was hitting fadeaways. I was sitting there like,
he was balling.
What? Okay, Aaron Gordon. The
Michael Jordan. Game 3 is different if that is better or if Aaron Gordon is normal. Like it's that's the thing about the playoffs. Like it's so tenuous. Like it can go one way or the other. Wait, what'd you say?
He said that should be the title, the Michael Jordan and Draymond Green. I said that's been a title.
Oh yeah, I forgot we had.
But yeah, like the playoffs, it always comes down to like either one or two possessions or 1 or 2 performances, where it's like you got to be on your P's and Q's like the entire time, because like you never know like what random third quarter possession can be like the difference between a win or a loss.
Yep. Yeah. And I think the turning point in game 4 was the last like 30 seconds in the second quarter. Like KCP hit that 3. I think that stretched the lead back out to 10 at that point. And then Ant turns the ball over with like 5 seconds left.
Jamal Murray.
No, because that's burning. And he got a layup. And then it's like 2 seconds left, and they try to throw a long pass to inbound the ball to try to get like a 3-pointer at the buzzer. But Jamal steals that, and he shoots from like half court. Yeah. Knock down 3.
My man's leaning.
And Kevin Harlan face. Kevin Harlan going crazy. Looking at him with the
looking at Reggie Miller and shit.
Listen, that's an 8-point swing in about 30 seconds. They were looking at going into half down by 10, and it was down by 15 real quick. Real quick. And from that point forward, Minnesota tried, but they just could not get over that hump. So let me ask y'all this, since we all had Minnesota in this series. Anybody want to jump ship? Anybody feeling Denver-y? Or you still got
Denver?
Stand on it.
Denver. Never. Fuck them.
I'm going to stand on it.
Minnesota.
Them motherfucking Jokers, that's a problem, bro. But I'm going to stand on Minnesota.
There we go.
I think the same issues that we identified last week when they were down still apply. But also, like, you have to take into effect, like you said, like that last little bit of the second quarter, like that's indicative of a young / inexperienced team. And like you never know like when that can really rear its head. I say all that to say like I'm gonna stick with it, but I'm definitely much more like it's still the defending champs. It's still Jokic. you know, 3 out of the last 4 MVPs. It's still playoff killer Jamal Murray. Like, it's still, you know, perfect starting lineup, Denver Nuggets. It's just I think their margin for error is a lot lower than last year and that we thought it was at the beginning of these playoffs.
I think that's fair. And the only thing I would say is, like, before I had him in 5, Tim said a sweep. Eric and Ken had him in 6. Right now, I'm like, this might go, this going at least 6 at this point, because clearly. But, like, this feels like a series is going 7 to me now.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely feel like it's going 7.
But I'm still with Wolves. I'm still with the Wolves.
And
All
you know, like, one thing that I hadn't considered that I literally just thought about as we were having this conversation, but, like, it was, granted, like, Minnesota's a completely different team now, but this was the matchup that basically created the play-in. Like, if you remember that year Jimmy Butler was on Minnesota, like, basically came down to game 82 between these two teams. The winner gets the AC, the loser misses the playoffs.
Isn't that the game when Pat Bevan was celebrating?
No, that was in the actual play-in.
Maybe
this was like, I want to say
2018 with Jimmy Butler. Yeah, you're right. I'm combining memories.
2019 he was on Philly, so yeah, it would have been 2018. But yeah, it was just an interesting kind of parallel. Like, now we actually get to see it over the course of 7 games, where then it was like winner take all. So, like, this, despite what Minnesota's been through like the last 5 years, like, it has been kind of close, like in the Cat Jokic era.
Yeah, the sound would have.
Tim, you can hear me?
Now we back.
We good now.
Yeah, I can
all right. Can y'all hear us now?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear y'all the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Definitely lost y'all. I just saw lips moving. I said, okay. Let's see, Eric. What series you want to talk about next? Pacers, Knicks.
Not
Cat.
Boston,
You don't want to talk. Yeah, you don't.
Let's go with Pacers, Knicks.
Another 2-2. Tied all up.
The Knicks should be up.
Do y'all think the Knicks have now hit the, like, has it gone too far? Like, is it,
the proverbial wall?
Yeah, like, too injury, too fatigued. Do you think they're at that point? We all had the Knicks winning this series.
I don't think so. Like, I think they were due for a bad game, and honestly, they might be better for it to have happened, to have all coincided in the same game, where, you know, that the Villanova guys have been killing like the entire series, and then they all dropped. I don't want to say turds, but like they all dropped 4 performances at the same time. So I don't know. They're tied like at the end of, or close to tied at the end of the first one. I just checked the score. So it seems like they've picked their energy back up. I mean, also the MSG crowd like puts a battery in their back.
Yeah.
For sure.
And that like it.
I'm sorry, like the blowout was game 4. Game 3 was the one that came down to the end, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
When game 3 is when Dante went completely nuclear from the field, and that man had like, was it 36, 37, something like that?
Something like that.
Which again, I reiterate, John Horse, you dummy. But anyway,
to be fair though, had John Horse never traded Dante, I don't think he gets to this level, because Dante said part of why his shooting improved was working with Steph Curry. So if he never gets to the Warriors, this probably
won't.
Never happens.
I mean, shooting that thing,
playing with one of the greatest shooters of all time, there's some things you can pick up.
I mean, obviously we can't. It's not a 1-to-1 thing, but like maybe playing with Dame now, and that, you know, like that unlocks it. But shit, I lost my train of thought. What were we talking about? Oh, the wall. No, I like to think it like they're, you know, Tibbs.
Don't run into the ground.
Tibbs got like that. You know, like he's used to playing there, but like they know what they're getting. They've built up their, you know, stamina over the year. Like, I don't think this is a team that necessarily gets tired. Like, I think they just had a bad game. I will say the injuries might be catching up with them, because like now they're down 3 front court players probably for the remainder of the postseason. I don't think he'll necessarily kill them against Indiana, because Indiana isn't that big, and Miles Turner is a cat type big man. So like that's not really something they got to worry about in that regard. But like it's just the attrition factor, I think, more than fatigue necessarily. But I do want to talk about Tyrese Halliburton.
Wait, really? Before we get to Tyrese Halliburton, I want to say to your Knicks point about the roster and the minutes being played. At this point, with the Knicks being down Julius Randle, with the Knicks being down Mitchell Robinson, with the Knicks being down Bogdanovich, with the Knicks being down OG Anunoby, some guys are going to play a lot more minutes than they already were. Like, at this point, who else is he going to play? Like, he is, of course, going to lean even more heavily on the starting group and the guys that he has known. Meanwhile, you're going to see, your Deuce McBride get some more minutes. We're seeing Precious Achiuwa in the lineup. We saw him dust off Alec Burks, who came out in Game 3. And that's what it was. He had played 44 seconds before Game 3. Game 3, he played like the whole second quarter, and then he's just been in the rotation since then.
He been putting the ball in the net.
Yeah, they needed him to come out there, and he did. So I did want to say that. So to your Halliburton point.
I haven't heard this name in a while. Good Lord. Mamadi Diakite?
Mama D. What about him?
I forgot about this nigga, bro. He's probably going to be one of the players that gets some time because...
He ain't getting no time, fam.
I mean, he's 6'9". He
ain't no time, fam. Pressure to time.
Yeah. Anyway, like, it's funny, I just said this about Miles Turner, but, like, Halliburton, and again, like, maybe it's because of the back spasms, maybe it's, I think he had turned his ankle down the stretch of Game 3, but he kind of shrunk from that moment, which was kind of illuminating to me because like that last 2 minutes of Game 3 was a masterclass in what not to do. Like when you're trying to close out a playoff game, like he did like a stupid turnover on some jump pass that had no shot, gave up a layup. Then he fouled Jalen Brunson like damn near half court when he wasn't even really making a move. Like he came to double and just fouled him like it was an intentional foul, which was dumb. And then like he tossed Nembhard a grenade at the end of the clock that he just happened to make. But it was like he danced around for like 8-9 seconds doing nothing and then just like, oh no, I don't want the shots, and like pass it off. It's like those are some of those like microcosm moments where it's like, are you built for these moments? Are you like, do you really want the ball in these tough situations? Like, are you really one that can be relied upon? Again, like he's young, it's his first time going through the playoffs, he's hurt, all those things. But it was just like one of those things that I'm like, I'm gonna put a pin in this because I don't know if he's necessarily
built like that. Yeah, I think that's a good observation for him as well. But one thing with the Pacers too is like, if Halliburton isn't aggressive and he's not that dude we saw at the beginning of the season before the hamstring injury, it's tough. It's tough for Indiana to generate enough offense. Like they need him to be aggressive. And as we record this, Game 5 is going on right now. The Knicks are up at 6 at the end of the first quarter, and Tyrese Halliburton has 3 points on 2 shot attempts.
There it is.
So, everybody's still feeling good. Oh,
like,
go ahead.
Remember which buck it was that called that out, but he was a tremendous front runner. Like that man. Yeah, like which ironic, but he wasn't wrong.
He said a team of front runners over there in Indiana, and
they really are.
They are though. Like Game 4, I was out having Mother's Day lunch with the family, and I saw the game in the bar, and I was kind of peeking through to see the score. And I couldn't tell what the score was, but I saw Tyrese Halliburton like screaming in somebody's face, and I said, "Oh, they must be up by a lot." I can tell, and I looked down and said, "Oh yeah, it's a blowout. Yeah, that looked about right." But everybody's still feeling good about the Knicks in this series.
Yes.
Knicks.
I want the Knicks to go to the finals.
The finals. Tim face. Tim looked disgusted.
Why?
They deserve it.
I mean, the alternative is probably Boston. So
yeah, it's Boston.
Well, I know, Boston, but yeah, I want the Knicks.
I mean, honestly, Boston flaming out before the finals would bring me some joy.
See, there you go, win-win for everybody.
It would. I won't lie to you. It would bring me some joy. I would laugh.
Just think of how lit the finals in New York would be.
It speaks to how much I hate Boston that Knicks fans being happy is the alternative for me. I actually like the team. Like I like the guys on the team. I don't mind Tibbs, but it's just New York Knicks fans being happy. Like,
see, and I'm the opposite. They entertain me. I'd be like,
exactly. Hey yo,
I'd be entertained. All right,
it's entertaining me when they lose because they always get their hopes up, and it's always Charlie Brown with the football.
Damn.
Let's talk about the series no one wants to talk about, which is the Cavaliers and the Celtics.
Boo.
Celtics lead 3-1. All of us had the Celtics in this series. Tim had them in the sweep. Myself and Eric had them in 5.
Said, I ain't care. How do you keep?
Wait a second. and Ken had them in 6. I think this game gets wrapped up in game 5.
Go ahead and gentlemen sweep these
Game
guys.
4, when I saw Donovan Mitchell wasn't even playing, I said,
Yeah, it's a wrap.
And I was like, now if Boston do lose game 4,
They damn near did.
I was like, if y'all lose, I got something to say, but they didn't. So I ain't got nothing to say. They about to win in 5. I feel like Boston hasn't even had to like play their best basketball yet.
Nah.
They just been able
They've
to
been
kind of
coasting.
coast. Yeah. They've been
Definitely
coasting.
been coasting.
I don't want to even give this series any thoughts. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I have a question. Like to that point about them coasting, like, do you feel like that may cost them at some point? Like the fact that they haven't been really tested in these first 2 rounds. Like once they get, honestly, I don't know how much they're gonna be tested in the 3rd round, but like once they run into some actual team that gives them competition, like are they, like will that be more of a hindrance, or will it be like, oh, they've been able to rest and they're healthy or whatever?
I don't think them being tested is gonna them not being tested is gonna affect them at all. Especially in the next round. Next round, who are they gonna play? Pacers or Knicks. So yeah. I don't see them really getting tested too tough with either of those teams.
That's fair. I know one thing that was brought up during the regular season was that they're not really that great in
Clutch moments,
close games, and like they haven't really, last night notwithstanding, like they haven't really been in clutch situations all that often in the regular season, and not even in the playoffs so far. So it's like they still do need to get their crunch time offense. I mean, like if they just keep blowing out everybody, it don't really matter. But like you would assume whoever comes out of the West is going to give them a lot more competition than they've been seeing. So it's like they got to get that shit worked out, because Tatum still kind of shits the bed in crunch time. Jaylen Brown tries to do too much. We know what Drew is in the playoffs. Like
Derek White has been
be hitting these shots.
He's been the best in the playoffs. He's been the best Celtic in the playoffs. If not him, then it's probably Jaylen Brown. Like, and then you can probably start talking about Tatum. Sly said, I don't want Reggie Miller getting no happiness. I'm cool with Spike getting that. You know what? Real quick, and then we can wrap this up unless you have any other thoughts on Celtics, Cavs. Tyrese Halliburton is the new age Reggie Miller. I realized that. I'm like, something about you, like it just.
That's funny.
Like, I can't stand, and you be talking, but you be hooping.
He's from here, though. He's from Wisconsin.
Oshkosh. Like,
he's from Wisconsin.
I saw somebody put it this way, and it was like, dog, Tyrese Halliburton get on my nerves, but his corny ass be hooping.
Yeah.
That's the best way to say it. That's the best way to say it.
Oh,
his corny ass do be hooping. He do. I can't front on that.
That's funny.
All right. Let's get into some wrestling news here. I'll start this off because if you've been watching pro wrestling, you've been getting into wrestling, you've been like, oh shoot, the PLEs is on Saturdays. I like this. I'm sure you got into the groove of Saturday night, PLEs, or as of late, Saturday afternoon PLEs because they're international. Well, that's gonna end soon, ladies and gentlemen. WWE will be moving back to Sunday PLEs. Dana White made an announcement about it. It makes sense because WWE and UFC are under that TKO umbrella, and they want to brand them as TKO weekends when they have events. So they said Friday gonna be the slap fights, Saturday gonna be UFC. Them slap fights is wild,
man. They be slapping the piss out of each other. Man.
Would you ever do that?
Hell no. Man. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to pop a truck on the nigga smack me that hard, man. You smack me so hard I hit the ground and I'm dizzy.
No, they be sleep.
Nah, you put me to
sleep.
Bro, I'm popping the truck, fam. Nah. My kids is watching.
Shit out your ass.
Man, they catch you in your ear, your whole delivering them off, you gonna be
you be having the powder on your face and shit, bro. Like old boy from How High?
Eating them smacks, bro. I'm like, God damn.
Eating them
Like,
smacks.
I've
I ain't talking about sugar smacks.
I've never watched a full like event, but like the clips I've seen, it's always funny. Like when the person like completely no sells the slap because you know they about to fuck whoever up. They just eat the smack and then they like smirk at him or they blink or like wink at him or whatever. It's just like
That'll scare me even more.
Yeah, well, you're lining up to your face and then they hit you with the.
I'll bring him up from the floor, nigga. I'm smacking the dog shit out of somebody.
And knowing me, what do you make your first slap? Because knowing me, I'm gonna try my hardest, like do the biggest smack I can. I'm gonna just go over their head.
Hey, you gonna smack the referee and shit? Like, oh my bad. You too
your turn over. Your turn over. It's mine now.
Right.
And somebody pick him up.
I just walk away like I'm done. But no, yeah. So PLEs are moving back to Sundays soon. We don't know exactly when that switch is going to occur, but it will be forthcoming. And then one more program note: USA has Raw right now, right?
Yes.
Through the end of the year, once the Fox deal, I saw it's going to be the home of both SmackDown and Raw, while they wait for the Raw deals to switch over to Netflix.
Okay.
So, just a little heads up.
What I assume was going to happen when they announced it. But.
Yeah, made the most sense.
Yeah. I can go next. I kind of asked you guys this in like our group chat, like probably a week or two ago now. But I was thinking about like Jey Uso's current run, like as a singles person. And if you would have told me like 5 years ago, like Jey Uso would be the number one babyface on Raw, I'd be like, that's as hell. So like to that end, like who to you is like the most unexpected push that actually worked out? I think the most unexpected push is probably like Jinder Mahal a couple years ago when they just like randomly made him
Don't hinder Jinder
champion, but it was like nobody ever really believed in that. But I'm thinking about people that like watched during our Attitude Era and then like checked in like 10 years later and like Edge, the dude from the tag
that was
team.
mine. That's the one that stand out to me because I stopped watching wrestling initially in 03-ish or something like that. So like I stopped then and then I checked back and I'm like, Edge the champion? No, he the rated R superstar.
Rated R superstar.
And I'm like, no, not the same Edge. Not 5 seconds we gonna pose. Not that Edge. Like no. And it's like, no, you didn't see the run. Like every time me and Noman talk about this at home, he's like, you weren't there. Like you don't get it. You didn't see it.
I wasn't there either.
Yeah, I was there. That shit was a wild ride to get there.
Man, that one still catch me off guard.
Sly
added Jeff Hardy's championship.
That was mine. Like Jeff, yeah, for sure. Everybody like, yeah, he should get a singles run, but him actually becoming the champ, like that shit was like all Jeff Hardy fans like, oh my god, like shit, we made it. Right, that Jeff Hardy's run. But the first person when you asked this question, literally the very first person that came to mind to me was Seth Rollins.
Really?
That surprised you?
Yeah, so Seth Rollins, yes, he was always considered the architect, but it was kind of like people knew that Roman Reigns was pegged to be that guy. They was going to push Roman Reigns eventually to be that guy, but for Seth to be who he is today versus who he was then, especially when they first came out, yeah, he talked. Dean did a lot of the talking. Seth did some talking. Roman did almost no talking. Seth was the architect. But Dean, again, he did most of the talking. So then when Seth got tagged in, he was the high flyer. He was the quick guy. He was the nimble guy. He was the one that he wasn't the power move guy. He was more like Dean was more the technician. Roman was more the power. Seth was more so he flying off the ropes out of nowhere on you to become who he is today. I was like, I want like the biggest surprise in WrestleMania history was Seth Rollins cashing. Like there was a couple things along the way was like, okay, I can see, but then for him to become the wrestler that he is and became damn near the face of the company when he had to be and still really felt like he was the underdog, but at the same time, Seth Rollins' matches is going to be a banger. From here on out, his matches will be certified bangers. I wasn't expecting that from him from the jump up. Him being like, you know what I mean? Like he had it, but it wasn't like, okay, he might be champ one. Like everybody in the Shield might be champ one day. That's kind of like, all three of them might get it one day, but nobody expected Seth to really be like there.
See, I did. I thought that the
Really?
no, because like first of all, he was the one who turned on the two of them. Like he was handpicked by Triple H. So in that point I knew, but also just watching from NXT, like he was a champ down in NXT.
Correct.
So I knew Seth had it in him. So I wasn't necessarily surprised. What surprised me was how much pushback Roman was getting when he went solo. Like of all the Shield things that happened, that was the piece that I was like, y'all trying to force Roman down our throats, and people ain't here for it yet, because that was a Vince stereotypical type of guy. Like, you know, that is of the Shield. What surprised me, like when he won the Rumble and The Rock's out there with him, and he's still getting booed. Like I was like, okay.
So like I agree and disagree with both of you guys, and like. So, like, I think that, Tim, what you said was correct, where it was, like, everybody knew, like, the three dudes out of the Shield would be those dudes. But, like, I think near the end of their run together, like, Seth kind of, like, faded to the background a little bit. Like, it was, like, Dean, like, he's weird. He's, like, he had, like, that weird charisma that just, like,
he was the fan push guy. He was the one everybody wanted to be the champ.
Yeah, and, like, they pushed him more as a solo guy because, like, they gave him the U.S. title, I think, and then they gave the other two the tag. So like they made them, you know, like they separated him out as the singles guy. And then Roman, like, and this is where I disagree with you, Camille, where it's like people like it's not a disagreement, but it is a disagreement in that I don't think that he was handpicked by Vince. I think that he started.
He was a stereotypical Vince type of wrestler.
Yeah, but I think that he started like getting the reactions while they were all together. Like he became like the guy that people gravitated towards. Like when he, I think it was the Royal Rumble the year before he won it. Like he was running through it, and he got to like the last two, and like people were cheering for him like crazy, and like they wanted him to win. So it was like I hate that like the crowd was like, no, Vince, like we didn't want Roman. We blah, blah, blah. It's like, yes, you did. Like y'all changed your mind.
Like that's of all the Shield stuff. That's what surprised me the most was the Roman reaction out of the three of them, because like you just said, they was cheering for him before. Then it was like, oh, we think Vince, like he's a stereotypical Vince dude. Like this is the kind of guy, and they are trying to force him down our throats, and we don't want it. Like the reaction that fans gave to Roman initially was the biggest shock to me, going back and thinking about like the Shield as a threesome, because like y'all said, Dean for sure he was gonna be on his own. Yeah, for sure.
And that's why I said like I agree with y'all, but I don't like it isn't necessarily me disagreeing with you. It was like disagreeing with the notion that it was just like Vince took Roman out of the Shield and just like made him the dude. It's like y'all, the crowd chose him as the dude, and then WWE's like, oh, okay, we cool with that, and then like went ahead with their story, and then they were like, no, not like that. Like,
fickle ass wrestling fans.
Actually, the great segue into Ken's point.
Oh yeah, I'm tripping. I ain't say my unexpected.
Oh, go ahead.
All right, no, my unexpected is random, because when I stopped watching wrestling, I saw CM Punk was the champion. My first initial thought was like, they let Hurricane? I thought he was Hurricane. Remember I talked to you that before. I thought CM Punk was Hurricane. I didn't know until recently that was Hurricane. I thought it was the same person. And I was like, how the hell did that man go from Hurricane to being the champ? But yeah,
you know what? Now you're CM Punk hate, like it makes sense. Like you thought it was.
I thought it was the back. He thought the Hurricane was coming through.
Yeah, I was like, where the hell how this happened?
But he found out that went him. He still hated that man.
I still hate him. Hey, fuck him.
That was been the biggest surprise, honestly.
Man, I don't know what you guys good. But and then Batista, that was one of mine too. I know that's random. Well,
I can see that.
I wasn't expecting him to be, what he became. But my thing I want to talk about is, of course, talk about Cody.
Cody.
Of course, talk about Cody. Good guy.
But I am waiting for Cody. I'm looking forward to a heel turn. I feel like Cody is a perfect heel.
Already.
Why does he need a heel turn?
I've been saying like he has every aspect of being a heel.
Why?
You don't got to do it now. But I'm saying I'm looking forward to after WrestleMania next year. He can go heel.
Damn, we skipped a whole year. What about his reign right now, bro? What are you doing right now?
Bored, huh?
No, it's not even me. I'm not getting bored. I think he will be more enjoyable, and he can actually, because the character is getting kind of stale.
Sounds like you're bored to me.
And I'm not saying I'm bored, but he'll be more exciting as a heel. He'll be
So
more
he's
excited if people hate him.
more involved in his title reign.
He said what?
You need a character change to get you more involved into his title reign.
No, I mean we here now. I mean, we just gonna beat everybody. I mean,
Oh,
Roman
boy.
Reigns
You sound like the rest of these fans out here, man. Cody had the title for 3 weeks. He only defended it once. Shut your ass
No,
up.
I definitely ain't gonna say
No.
this man. I mean, as many times as this man fought when he didn't have the title,
I told
like he deserves to take a rest and defend the title.
No.
No.
You and the rest of the Codys
the Cody Cross.
wanted this man to get the belt and figured he would be a fighting champion.
I never say no fighting champion.
He finished
That-
the story.
He finished the story. That's how we want.
And
I
what did y'all want after that?
And his daddy documentary yesterday.
No. Fuck the documentary. What did y'all want after he got the belt?
We wanted him to win. He got it.
See, that's the problem.
We
Y'all
didn't
was-
think about after.
Listen,
We did not think about after.
and that's the problem because the
And I'm
chase,
being that's 100%.
the chase for the title is always
Yeah.
going to be the most exciting point. So
Yeah.
that was my question. Like, once he gets it, like, what type of
That's-
champion is he?
That's
going
why I
to be?
had mixed feelings at WrestleMania.
This
When
thing
we
here.
finally won, I was just like, oh shit. Like, now what we gonna do?
What we gonna cry about this time?
What we're gonna do now is what here's the thing with
Now what
that.
we gonna do?
Here's the thing with that. You saying this about Cody is so funny because
That's my boy.
Roman Reigns is gonna come back and be the biggest baby face in the company. The crowd,
Yeah.
they miss him so much already.
Yeah.
And they seen how the bloodline turned in. We want Roman. Like y'all wasn't putting y'all ones up. Like I love
put your
the
ones up.
psychology of wrestling. Like Roman gonna become the biggest baby face after just being gone.
Mm-hmm.
And you over here talking about Cody need a heel turn. A month into the
Next year, bro.
Right now, he don't got to turn heel now. We finna ride it out for a little
You're
bit.
not even enjoying it now. You
Who do
think
you want him to fight next?
It's everything is predictable now. It is.
It
Like
would be-
Cody is predictable.
Let's be honest.
He's
though.
not going to lose.
Let's be honest though. Even if he was a heel, it would still be predictable because it's not likely for him to lose the title right away.
It'll be more fun. It'll be more enjoyable.
you go.
Like I could go into a match and be like, "Oh,
Your
is my boy
face.
gonna lose again?" Nah, no, he gonna win every time. That was
We
the that was
had Roman
the
Rock fucking with
that
you.
was one of the fun parts
Can't win.
about it when he wasn't champion. Is that I don't know if my man's gonna win or not. Now it's like, oh, my man's gonna win every time.
Who do you want him to fight next, bro?
He only lost to like Brock Lesnar, and Roman last year. Like it ain't like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I mean, when it matters,
One of
like,
those matches before.
my man's gonna win. You said what do I want?
Seth Rollins with one arm, my boy.
Yeah, that's Seth though. Seth, he
That's
the workhorse.
crazy.
How am I? That's just give me what I want. I'll be all right.
They,
I got what I want.
That's
Now,
like they give you motherfuckers what y'all want. Y'all got what you want. Now y'all like, well,
something else.
on to the next one.
Put some pizzazz on it or something, nigga.
God,
You giving me- Give me
he lost the belt
soul
past
food.
PLE.
You serving cafeteria food right now. I'm sick of it.
If he lost to AJ Styles, would you have been
He
mad,
is black, goddammit. Y'all gonna put some respect on my bands. My
bro?
bands is biracial.
You're wild.
I need the. Where's the bell? I need the bell. Just bell. Just.
Wrestling
hit
has
it.
a lot of great black champions, and Cody Rhodes is one of them.
Oh my god!
God.
Please make sure the acoustics ring off on that motherfucker when you hit
You know
it.
what?
Bang on that motherfucker.
Hang it again. Dude. Can y'all hear it?
His wife is black. That matters.
God.
Fuck.
His baby mix. That matters.
All right, you digging yourself into a hole you ain't gonna climb out of, brother. You might as well just move.
That matters.
Move it.
Yeah, let's
Move it
just,
on along here into these quick hits. Tim, I know you had an NFL quick hit that you wanted to get to with the schedule release coming
yeah, but
up.
I ain't seen it. I've been searching and searching.
It's
I ain't
gonna come
found
out
it yet.
Tim, it's out tomorrow, fam.
Oh, I'm thinking today Wednesday. I ain't even gonna hold you.
I bet.
I thought today was Wednesday.
I've
I
been
thought today was Wednesday. I'm like, yeah, it's gonna come out at 7:00 tonight. I've been refreshing the page and shit. Like, where the fuck this shit gonna show up?
Oh,
I've been going to all kind of sites and shit. I've been on Yahoo, AOL, Google, Bing. I've been all over that. Looking for this damn schedule. I'm like, God damn, no, where the fuck is the schedule at?
This nigga still got AOL,
Or whatever it was.
You
Like,
got
somebody
that.
gotta have it. You got schedules. Like, yeah, somebody got the shit somewhere.
Oh, golly.
Couldn't find it.
Oh man,
But-
he said, man, I don't know where they hide these schedules.
That
Man.
is fine. That is fine because then for the preview, see, this is why you have backup plan. So I sent a little bit of a preview earlier. So they have the 2024 strength schedule out already based on the schedule. So NFL doing the whole rollout with the schedule. I guess that's
Well, I
the
mean, we
thing now.
already knew all the teams everybody was going to play. So the strength of schedule makes sense to already have because we knew the matchups like a
the
month.
regular season ended.
Yeah, pretty soon.
So Green Bay has the 5th toughest strength of schedule, while the Bears have the 3rd easiest behind the Saints and the Falcons.
Sounds good to me.
With that being said, just a quick preview.
How many wins?
How well do you think your season will go? Because if you guys have, you get what?
11.
I'm not making no predictions at this point. This
I
nigga
am.
sound crazy
11.
over here.
11? I would
wins.
just say, I was just trying to ask if you gonna have a good season, if you think you gonna exceed expectations, or you go like you saying 11 wins is like
11.
Crazy. Y'all going? We have how many wins last year?
We had 9.
11.
11.
All I'm gonna say is this: strength of schedule before the season played, it always looked good, and then you get into the season and it's completely different because the teams are different. Like, of course, injuries happen, but teams are different. And on top of that, it's not the same team as last year. And on top of that, too, when you finish at the bottom of your division, you're gonna play at the bottom of everybody else's division. So, like, that's why strength of schedule is gonna look a little bit different. But I don't put no stock into that because once we get on the field on Sunday, it's gonna be different anyways. And when it comes to Green Bay season this upcoming year, we got to go through camp still. Like, I feel good about the Packers at this point. I want to see what Jordan Love's contract look like after some of these.
He resetting the market.
But yeah, like I don't know. I don't put too much stake into it yet. Personally,
I'll just say if they gave Jared $212,
yeah, Jordan gonna cash out.
Jordan might get $220.
So with that being said, unless Eric, you got anything to add about strength of schedule or schedules?
Nope, you said what I was gonna say. That shit don't mean shit to me at this point.
To your point though, Tim, let's just talk about it. The Lions signed Jared Goff to a 4-year, $212
Get that money.
$1 million contract extension that includes $170 million guaranteed. That makes him the highest paid player in franchise history. That $53 million annual average makes him the second highest paid quarterback in the NFL, behind only Joe Burrow. That
Joe,
who's getting $55 million. Then you got Jared Goff with $53. Then you got Justin Herbert with $52.5, Lamar Jackson with $52, and Jalen Hurts with $51. Jordan Love about to cash in.
Bro, he's going to reset the market.
I don't know if he's gonna reset it, but he gonna get at least before I was like he gonna get like 40, 45. Now I'm like he might be flirting with 50 himself because it's paid a bit off of what we project you to do. So thank God for your team young.
I know Jared Goff grateful and thankful that he got traded to the Lions because
for sure
he wouldn't have got this damn contract now if he was still playing with the Rams. No.
Oh yeah,
facts.
But he's been playing well though. His numbers.
I mean, he does. He's happy that he got traded to the Rams. It was a win-win. He got him some monies. He got him a resurgence in his career, and the Rams got them a chip.
Yeah,
it's a win for them.
Yeah. So shout out to Jared Goff. He got some big money.
Big
money.
He's the new Joe Flacco.
Damn.
Hey, listen. As long as you keep Jared Goff protected, you have a good quarterback. But if he is forced to be off schedule, your team gonna have a chance to win.
I mean, when you're paying him $50 million a year, like at some point, that line's gonna take some hits.
Listen. Anywho, some more money though. Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Antoine Winfield Jr. reached an agreement on a 4-year, $84.1 million deal, 45 M's guaranteed for him. That makes Winfield the highest paid defensive back in NFL history, and the first time in modern NFL history that a safety is the defensive back that set that mark.
Petty.
You said petty?
Because Jair Alexander's contract is $25,000 cheaper. Hey, he got like 40.25, and Jair got like 40, or if it's 50 or whatever it is, like whatever his annual is, it's literally like 0.25 more than Jair, which made him the highest paid. I was like,
that's what it comes down to. I want to be highest paid. I don't care how you make it happen. Make it happen.
Oh my God, say less.
Jair probably was like, okay,
right,
okay. But hey, that's how markets go. He had reset it, and now it's gonna keep getting reset going forward. The WNBA season kicks off tonight.
All right.
And we learned that the Golden State W team is going to be called the Valkyries.
The Valkyries.
I thought the color was like lavender or something like that.
Oh, that'd be dope.
Like purples and stuff.
Yeah,
and
that's
gonna be
dope.
I'm here for the purples.
Yeah.
But shout out to the W season. What's y'all teams? What's y'all excited about with the W this year?
Sparks, let's go.
Back to back, baby.
Hey, for the Aces. One time. Shout out to Joe.
Don't sleep on them Sparks, baby.
No, you can sleep on the Sparks.
Don't sleep on the Sparks.
Big Z's on the Sparks.
Ain't that about it?
Night, nigga.
Don't sleep on the squad.
No, yeah, for sure the Aces. Also looking forward to watching the Sky.
Yeah, they're gonna be fun to watch. Definitely got to get down there.
Oh, for sure.
You've been saying that for the last 5 years.
Yeah, we really have. Niggas definitely been saying that.
This year for real.
Definitely got to get down there.
This year for real though.
Definitely got to get down there for a game or two.
They signed Candace Parker.
I definitely should have been down there.
And now Candace retired.
Exactly. Now I'm gonna go down there now. And I don't really like Angel Reese. I'm not a huge fan of hers.
Really? She had a good preseason.
No, ain't no hate on it. I just Paige is always. I'm more of a fan of Paige. Paige is my girl. I can't wait for her to get to the W.
Paige Bucket's been getting slept on when she got injured. And like, all right.
I said that. Remember, I was like, y'all forgetting that she is the real. She's the real one.
Yeah.
Well, aside from that, like I was thinking about because like I know that UConn plays at US Southern California this year because like they got Juju and Paige. I can't wait to see USC versus USC because when it's South Carolina against Southern California,
that's gonna be nuts.
Because I don't know if we ever hit it, but like Kiki Iriafen from Stanford transferred to USC.
Yeah.
And she cold. So yeah, USC got a squad. Both of them.
Man, I'm just excited that W starting while the NBA playoffs are starting to wind down because it's like I'm starting to lose some of these NBA games. It's like more professional basketball on the TV, and I've had my W League Pass for the last couple years. It's automatically auto pay. Just come on out. It's not that expensive. I think it's like $35 now at this point. So like it's not bad.
Sorry, you just reminded me to cancel my Bally Sports.
Oh yeah, you don't need that no more. I was trying to watch the crew.
I am not.
And the last piece of news here we have, but not the least, the NBA draft lottery took place on Mother's Day, which just such a weird time. Like who? All right, but we have the results. So we have Atlanta in the one spot, who they did not have a great shot at winning that, but here they are. Here they are. Then you have Washington, Houston, San Antonio, Detroit fell to 5 again.
Yeah.
Second year in a row, fell to 5. You got Charlotte, Portland, San Antonio. So I mean, San Antonio has 2 top 10 picks, top 8 picks. You got Memphis at 9, Utah at 10, Chicago 11, Oklahoma City at 12, Sacramento 13, and Portland 14. So Portland also has 2 lottery picks. I'm not sure if they use both of those. That seems actually surprisingly close, I believe, to the luxury tax.
Yeah.
Which, for where they are in their life cycle, that's not where you want to be. So we'll see how that goes. I did see early reports that Memphis is looking to trade that 9 pick. They trying to compete right away. And then I don't have it here, the Lakers pick, but we don't know if y'all gonna have. I think y'all like 17 or something like that.
I don't think so.
But the Pelicans have until I forget their deadline to say if they want y'all pick this year or not. But last I heard, they're thinking of deferring it till next year because that's a stronger draft class. So y'all might have a first round pick if y'all actually would use it. Probably not.
No, probably won't.
No, y'all trade.
I mean, LeBron back. Go ahead, Tim.
No, I said they're definitely trading that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, but like LeBron out here flirting with Cleveland again, so you never know.
No, that was he was there because to holler at Mitchell, but like, yo, bro, come on to LA.
It was a recruiting trip.
Yeah, he was recruiting.
It could have been.
He was.
I would not put it past LeBron.
Mitchell will be a Laker next year.
Somebody said Savannah saw him getting rubbed on by Jeannie and what's her name, and she's like, "No, we moving back home."
Yeah, we in Cleveland. He was getting too much attention at that game.
You see the clip of her looking at his phone while he was going through, like he was scrolling. And they was like, Savannah's like, keep on scrolling. Let me see the messages.
Baby, this ain't what you.
No, you ain't done. Yeah, keep scrolling. I'm still reading.
That's when you ain't even that funny. I don't know why they laughing at
shit.
hard.
I'm hilarious.
See, that's what you gonna get in trouble.
I know I'm funny. Goddamn it.
That's actually
One
funny.
thing you can't tell me is I'm not.
Was that me and the wife was actually having that conversation the other day. She was like, "Y'all really ain't that funny, but if motherfuckers like you, they just gonna laugh at your shit." I was like, "Ain't that a bitch?" She's like, "Y'all really ain't that funny."
Hey, they be making me like Dave Chappelle, this motherfucker, boy.
You sound like you hating.
But no, that's all we got for y'all on the docket for this week. The sun is starting to set. It's a beautiful sunset outside. We're gonna get ready to head on out. We're gonna be celebrating 7 years of Tech File.
7.
Woo.
Been doing it for a minute. OGs are here.
Man.
We just, yeah, we giving ourselves flowers.
Yeah.
Since y'all motherfuckers don't want to give it to us.
Matter of fact, when we come in the studio, I don't know if we're gonna celebrate next week or the week after at this point, but we're gonna have flowers all through the studio.
Hell yeah. We out here. Many have
like, coming to America. What a flower
many have
motherfuckers
come
at.
after us. And we still here.
Many podcasts have
Many
come.
podcasts
Many
have come
podcasts
after
have
us.
gone.
And we still here. No, we went through a pandemic, 0 sports. We're a sport podcast. Still every week. Content. Man, you can't tell us we ain't the coldest out here doing this shit.
Listen, don't put a battery in my back.
Nah.
Can't tell us.
Because when I get hyped up, it's done.
Put us up against anybody. Cooked.
We're going to get out of here, y'all. Shout out to the mister who provided us with some prime hydration drinks.
Appreciate you, sir.
I don't understand these. This is disgusting.
It is. It tastes like sugar, fam.
There is
It's
no
sweet.
sugar in
It's
this.
Kool-Aid,
It is
fam.
sweet, and I don't like it. It is
And my
not
son
good.
loves these. We just went to Sam's Club and bought like a 24-pack because he loves these shits. And I see why. Because I've never tasted them, and it tastes like sugar.
This is
Tastes
not
like
good.
Kool-Aid, fam.
I'm thirsty. I haven't even been drinking this. This is hydration. I don't want it.
Tastes like
Make sure your blood sugar don't go up too much.
Ain't no sugar in it,
There's
though.
no sugar. No added sugar.
It's 0 sugar in it.
It don't taste.
Hot and sweet.
I don't know.
It don't make sense,
I
fam.
don't know.
It does not make sense.
I mean, it's like fall. He might
Math ain't mathing, bro.
Must be sativa or not sativa.
I was like, God damn. Hey, that's a little, I don't know what the.
And with that, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the show.
Can't pick up that bottle.
The cocaine going crazy in there.
I meant what's the sweetener?
Divya.
Sevilla. There you go.
That's sativa talking.
All right.
man.
Wish I had some. We're gonna get out of here though. If you want to follow us on social media, not us, me on social media, and you can catch me at Camille Monet on the Twitter and the Instagram at Camille Monet, CamilleMonae.
Well, it's right there. Oh, wait. I can never do that.
Audio listeners, Eric.
Fuck them. No. On Twitter.
Yeah.
And Bugs Butter. That's all you get.
Honestly, like, watch it on YouTube. It's better.
It is better, the video version. I can't front.
Well, yeah.
Is Tim froze?
I don't know. Everyday underscore. Is he frozen? Yeah. He is. Oh shit. Everyday underscore gentleman on Instagram. K Harris 216 on Twitter and Snapchat. Hey, remember that time we called Eric when he was frozen? That shit was my nigga was out there looking spit. What
Hey, Tim's handles is at TimKins3, TimKinz 3, number 3. I gotta go. We out of here. Tim missed his opportunity to say goodbye to people. We saying goodbye for him. Peace out, y'all. Now let's say
There you go, Bobby.
Now you want to come back? Show's over, nigga. Show's over, nigga. We can't even hear you.
Oh shit.
Deuce. The devil tried to get me.
Oh,
Not the devil.
Tell him, get off me.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, it's over now, nigga.
Oh, damn. Y'all left for real?
We really are.
Bye, sir.
Hey.
Hey, it's your boy. Give it to me.
Shit. Shit.
Holla, holla.